For today's video, I want to talk about how to farm fixed odds and Epicurean red borders in the duality dungeon. I specifically wanted to cover this because there's a slight difference between doing it on normal and master and what the better chance of you getting it is. And I thought, good information for people to know that want to get these red borders or their collectors, whatever it may be. So we're going to talk about the two different loot tables in the duality dungeon and why you should be doing normal over master when trying to farm for these weapons. So on screen, you're going to see a loot table for the duality dungeon, and you're going to notice that the first encounter has Epicurean, the third encounter, which is the Kaido boss fight, has Epicurean and fixed odds, and this is on normal mode. Now, there's a couple things to note here. First off, Kaido has two drops. The first drop can be anything that you see in that third column, minus the exotic sword. That's not farmable. And then her second drop can be armor or fixed odds and the pulse. So the main thing to note there is fixed odds. So, on normal, this is the loot table. On master, the loot table becomes different. So, let's talk about the first encounter for a second. In normal, you can see that there's 2 weapons and 3 armor pieces. On master, there's the 2 weapons plus it's all 5 armor pieces, not just the 3. So that means you can get the class item and the chest from Go On as well. For whatever reason, this is how each encounter on master works. Every single encounter has all 5 armor pieces in the table to drop. Now, the second encounter doesn't really matter for this, but I just thought I'd cover it. You can only get Unforgiven and Storm Chaser in the vault. And then for Kaido, the difference here is that you can only get the pulse and fixed odds in this encounter. So you can't get Epicurean or Lingering Dread or Unforgiven or Storm Chaser. So what this means basically is that your odds of getting a fixed odds red border on master are worse than getting it on normal, and the same thing goes for Epicurean, because on master for Epicurean it would be a 1 in 7 chance of getting the weapon to drop, and then not even counting the fact that it has to be a red border. And in Kaido, the second drop that I mentioned on normal, that would be armor or fixed odds or the pulse. That is just straight up armor on master. So you're guaranteed 1 armor piece on master, and then the 1 in 7 chance of an LMG from Kaido. So essentially, master is just, I would say, significantly worse in odds over normal, whereas in normal you'll have a 1 in 5 for Epicurean, and then for normal Kaido you'd have the 1 in 1 in 11 chance on the first drop, and then a 1 in 7 on the second drop. So technically speaking, you'd have a shot at 2 fixed odds every single time you do Kaido on normal. As you can see, that's a lot better than going in master and having a 1 in 7 and then a dead drop for Kaido and then another one that's 1 in 11. So with that information being said, hopefully that helps and clears things up a little bit. If I didn't clear up that much, leave a comment. I'll try to answer as much as I can. But that's it for that. Also, statistically, if you wanted to know how long it took me to get these weapons myself, it probably took me something like 120, 30, 40 Kaido kills, and then it took me, I would say, something like 70 Golron kills, and I think I got really lucky on the Golron kills to get 5 borders of each weapon. If you're going for these, good luck. Whichever way you do it, you're gonna need it. And by the way, yes, you could do master, even though it's worse odds. You do get juicer armor in whatever encounter you do. So if you want to do a kind of a little 2-for-1, that's totally up to you. That's preference. But if you're somebody that's going specifically for the weapon, I would stick to normal. Alright, I'm done here. Hopefully it helps. Catch you in the next video. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Goodbye.